our relationship with God and each other cannot stay stagnant, but that relationships inherently are growing and deepening. And College Church has, especially the college ministry, has provided that structure in which we can grow with each other and with God.
I remember the first time coming up to the doors, I ran into some young adults and they were like, "Hey, do you have a small group you're a part of?" And I was like, "No, I was thinking about joining one." And they're like, "Well, you should join ours." And during that sermon, I remember just the conviction of the Holy Spirit and like, "You should join them." And so I took those initial steps and joined the small group. And that's just been huge, having that smaller community to welcome me. They've always got a seat for me in the service, which is great.
I think College Church, something they do beautifully is engage with the community, just all the different ministries they have, and that's made an impression on me and given me a desire to serve the community, to get outside of just the bubble of my own life and serve God's people.
So a mindset that College Wesleyan has given me that I can take into my daily life is just how to engage culture with a Christian mindset. So it means looking at cultural issues through the lens of like Christian doctrine, Christian theology, and just kind of understanding the world through that lens.
As a young adult, coming in as a college student specifically, the barrier I faced was the change, new location, new church, and the way I overcame that was to get involved in something, and for me primarily that was through the worship arts, and then eventually through a small group, and that's been the biggest help for me to develop community at College West.
College Church made it easier for Marion to feel like home. Because when I was here for college, it was like, okay, I'm going to college, but home was always still back in Ohio. And being connected here at College Wesleyan, it was like, okay, I'm not a college student anymore, but I have a home here. I have a church, and church so much feels like home that it made the community of Marion feel more like home.
One of the things I've been learning is that there's rejuvenation in service, and that if you want to find meaningful community, you have to just dive in and get it. You can't wait for people to bring it to you. You have to invest and commit yourself to it, and so that's what I'd really encourage people to do, is to try different groups, try different service opportunities, and just dive in and do it, and then see where you fit best.
So if you're a collegian or a young adult who's looking to move to the heart of what God's doing here at College Church, send me an email. Whether you've been here for a while or you're just getting plugged in, we'd love to meet with you and hear your story and hear how we can help you harmonize with what God's doing in your heart and in your life here in community at College Church.